This is me, and this is my friend Brian. What Brian is holding in his hand is something very special. You see, Brian has been wanting a big cracker for a very long time, and that's exactly what I alluded to in the previous episode.
Dude, yeah, but hunt the ledges that are pointing out.
Brian tried and tried and tried his hardest to get a cracker, and he saw some big ones. But on this very day, Brian succeeded. He got his cracker. And myself, I got this personal best, biggest one I've ever seen, Catfaced Rockcod. And in today's episode, you're gonna see how this went down. Stick around to find out.
Whoa! Right. You see the dolphins, dude?
Yeah, they're so good, man.
Bunch of them, yeah. Hopefully they haven't scared all the fish away. Let's look at caves then. The fish would have hidden caves. Yeah. I think I see Tegan and Ryan there, and Ryan there. So we can just keep heading up. Hey.
Right off the bat, Ryan and I bumped into this big school of dolphins. Beautiful to see, but one thing they do is scare the fish away. Because dolphins, I'm telling you man, are apex predators. My thoughts were, the only place that I'm going to find fish are in caves and overhangs and any place where the fish could hide away from the dolphins. But my optimism for finding a big traveling fish like a musselcracker was very low, because they do not like dolphins. You will not see a cracker near dolphins. But somehow, Brian did. Throughout this entire dive, Brian and I kind of stuck together, along with Tegan, our other friend that was diving today. But Brian was an enigma. I did not see him the entire dive. And the reason being was he was in the shallows the entire dive, while we were out deeper. So on this first section of the dive, it's very fishy, but the fish are rather small. But here I am checking in some nice interesting caves, but there's nothing to show for it. My goal here is mainly just to explore this new reef that we found and hopefully find some fish. On the left here you can see this nice piece of bait that's been ripped to shreds by probably a musselcracker.
But I saw some red bait that had been ripped to shreds. Yeah, good sign.
This next dive was much of the same that we had been seeing today. But pretty empty caves, nothing big and nothing that I wanted to shoot. I didn't really mind because my goal today was genuinely just to explore this reef. We've got a competition coming up and I'm kind of hoping to win. It'll be my first competition. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about spearfishing competitions, you know, the vibe of shooting fish for points, but I'm still keen to, you know, test my mettle, see how it goes. Shortly after this, I heard Tegan calling out to me.
Massive raggy.
I didn't know this at the time, but this was the first shark that Tegan had ever seen. It was a big one. So I rushed over to see if I could help him and just make sure he's okay.
You say you saw a big raggy?
Ja.
Shit, dude.
So for us, possibly, it looks to be over there.
Okay. Do you know where Brian is?
No, I don't know. I think I got him down there.
How's the reef out that way? Like, is it structured or not?
Part of the whole picture, and I was holding on to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still there.
Let's go look.
Okay, you probably think I'm stupid for going and looking, but I wasn't talking about going and looking at the shark. I just know that when there's 3 divers in the water and there's a shark, the shark generally just moves off the area. But the flaw we had now is that we were just diving too close to each other.
Yeah, we're way too close to each other. No, I was about to go, but take it, yeah, it's just too close. Really?
Yeah.
Where's Tagan? Is he down there? You see, like that's dangerous, dude.
It may sound like I'm taking this a little bit too seriously, but here's another scenario. Imagine we were hunting on land, in a thick bush area, and we all had shotguns. Would you stay within a 20-meter area with 2 other guys that have shotguns that can't see you and are ready to shoot at anything that makes a noise? So here's the same scenario as what we're facing with the spear gun, because I think people underestimate that a spear gun is a gun. Within 5 meters, it'll kill you. So I think it's just better to err on the side of caution, keep a little bit of distance between yourself when you shadow diving. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be rushed to hospital on some random Tuesday morning with a spear in my foot. Okay, safety briefing over. Here you see me lining up on a nice red Roman, but at that time I didn't really know what it was just a big dark shape. But after aiming it up, it moved a bit and I saw it was just a Roman, and I didn't feel like taking a Roman today. I think they're beautiful fish and I just prefer not to take them if I think there's something better in the area. And that's exactly what happened. We started finding some really nice ground. You can see this very beautiful reef, lots of structure and variation within the ground. We've got sandy patches and rocks, and that's a formula for fish. Even the sheer number of fish has increased. You can see nothing big, but lots of fish in the area, and that's just a good sign.
Great spot. Really nice, yeah. A Roman. Yeah, I saw it back there. You can take a Roman. They're nice eating.
Soon after this, Ryan found himself a Roman that he was wanting to take. I went for a quick dive down, and I saw something that I'd never seen before. A big something just spooked. All I could see at this point was something dark with patterns on it. Initially, I thought it was a potato bass, and in South Africa, they're illegal to shoot. So I left it, just let it sit in its hole, and I kept wondering, was it a potato bass? Upon resurfacing, I realized it was a Catfaced Rockcod, the biggest one I'd ever seen.
There's a huge Catfaced Rockcod here. Huge Catfaced Rockcod. Do you want to come have a look here? Go. It's the first Catfaced Rockcod I've seen that's this big. Like, beautiful dark rockcod. Yeah, he's deep in this. Like, not actually, it's not that deep, but I think he's directly deep in this thing. Oh, that's not on the left side of the crack. There's like a, yeah, he's quite deep there. He's a dark rockcod. It's big.
Knowing Rockcod, I knew he was just going to stay in his cave. They are inherently cave dwellers. So I thought Ryan could get a chance to see his first Catfaced Rockcod. So I tried to direct him down to where the cave was, but it was pretty concealed and it did not look like the small crack could hold such a big fish. And I'd soon found out it is quite a small crack and this fish did not want to get out of that cave. I tried to point it out, but he could not see it. At this point in our dive, our lungs were busted. We'd been swimming for over 2 hours in these pretty choppy, terrible conditions. Understandably, Ryan did not want to stay around for much longer.
Do you reckon you start heading back in? Yeah.
We have one more go at that red room. It's really nice.
Go.
Don't you want to take him? Oh,
He's quite big. I'm gonna have a look. I'll have a look.
I don't think you. That's the first time you've ever
Yeah.
watched it. Be cool, dude.
I went to go see if I had another chance on this fish. We didn't see it last dive, so it was probably pretty deep in this cave. As I went down, I said, this is the first big Catfaced Rockcod I've ever seen. If I get the chance, I'm going to take the shot. This might sound odd because I'm a spearfishman. Why would I hesitate to shoot a fish? Well, rockcod are a pretty beautiful fish, and I genuinely don't take them. But this one was a little bit too convincing for me. My torch's battery had just died, but luckily I caught a glimpse of its pectoral fin. Aiming up, I took the shot.
quite big, eh?
Good eating that one.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Killing my first Catfaced Rockcod was an insane experience. This fish is more beautiful on the surface than it was below. Just look at those markings on its face. In a sense, I was pretty sad. In a sense, I was pretty happy. This fish was a true trophy, the biggest I'd ever seen. It ended up measuring close to 80 centimeters, which is a big one for our area. And I was sad that this beautiful fish had just died, but the experience itself was awesome. Shooting this fish, fighting this fish, and almost losing this fish, as you can see the spear nearly tearing out of its stomach. I was also able to share this moment with Ryan, literally right as it happened, which is just such a cool thing to do with your friends. So, it might sound strange to hear the man that just killed this fish is sad that he killed the fish, but he's also happy to kill the fish. But I think that is the dynamic of spearfishing. If you truly enjoy the ocean, and you truly enjoy spearfishing, it is both a happy and a sad moment when you shoot a fish. But on this day, I was not the only one that got a fish. Today, Brian finally did it.
Right. That's a decent fish, dude. That's 8 kg, 7, 8 kg.
He got himself the cracker.
Big fish, dude. Well done.
I know how hard Brian has dived for this fish. In the end, he eventually got it. A big white Musselcracker.
Maybe 9 or 10.
2 fish to be proud of, and a great day of diving. It's such a cool feeling to be out there with your mates, exploring some new reef. Well done to Brian on getting that cracker. Obviously, none of these fish went to waste. We love shooting fish, but we also love eating the fish. This was my lunch that day. Brian has his hopes for a bigger one, but he's very happy with the one that he just got now. Well done, dude. I'd like to end this video on a bit of a segment on what went wrong. What was I doing wrong in this video clip? This is just after I shot that rockcod and I was reloading my gun. Soon after, I went for a dive on another fishy patch of reef, and there's something wrong with this picture, but can you spot it? As you can see, it's a nice patch of reef, lots of coral, lots of fish in the area, and that typical patch of sand coming onto the reef, which is just a formula for a big fish to swim through. But what would have happened if a fish did come through? If you can spot it, comment down below. I'll give you a hint. It's a bit of a loaded question. Cheers for now. Tuck.